Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, did my computer just fucking crash on me? I legit can't click a fucking thing. Fucking cunt. There we go. I think I fixed it. Cool. I fixed it. There we go. Welcome in, Oilers man. Welcome in, John. Hope you guys are all having a good day so far. I don't think Justin Hall is going to be gone there, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility there, man. I also got to fucking say, man, I don't know what the fuck I did to my tongue, but my tongue is so incredibly sore. I don't know why. It had like a sore on it the other day, and it kind of sucks. I won't be live for too long today. I'm probably going to only do like an hour long stream, just because my tongue's killing me, and I got to do play-by-play tonight for like 2 hours and a half, so I'm really not looking forward to that because my tongue is absolutely fucking killing me. Especially when I talk, so. But welcome in, boys. Making a tweet here right quick. I also got a new keyboard, so it's not so goddamn loud anymore. So I hope you guys are happy about that. We're going to have Perlo join us here in just a second here as well. Our boy Perlo. Yo, bro.
Hey, man.
You're already in the stream there.
Oh, we're going already?
Yeah, we're already going. Yeah, we just started like 3 minutes ago.
Okay, cool.
We're only going to be on for an hour because I got like a sore on my tongue that is absolutely killing me when I talk. So
That's all right. I got.
There's not very much moves going on today, though. It's been kind of a quiet day.
That's at the end of the deadline, anyways, right?
Yeah, we're right at the end of the deadline. Yeah, we're like
we'll get some big. Let's try to go an hour 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, I know. That's what I'm kind of
big
thinking.
trades right at the end is when.
Because yeah, we have about 55 minutes remaining in the deadline. So Benino, he's back to Pittsburgh again.
Yeah, no, I mean these are nice pickups, but I mean it doesn't make Pittsburgh
a tank of a
contender.
Team. No, it's who already disliked the stream, bro. What the hell? Let's get some likes on the stream there, boys. Let's get some likes on the stream.
Let's see. I get you up there so I can see the chat. Yeah, Kulikov was nice though.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, I mean, might as well have a good defenseman that can play defense on your team.
Yeah, like everyone else. Because you thought Jan Rota was a good defenseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Pittsburgh. I mean, I think it's just a reactionary move to the fans, just calling out Hextall and stuff like that. I think it's like mostly a reactionary move. Like dude, Gramlin's analytics are not amazing. Like, and especially for like the next 3 years. I mean, you didn't have to pay him very much, but my God, like to offload a contract. I mean, it's not like it's a long contract, but it's a hard contract to swallow.
It doesn't make them significantly better.
No, and neither does Nick Bonino. You know, Nick Bonino doesn't make them even better. Dmitry Korlov. I mean, at least you get Brock McGinn's contract off the team, but otherwise,
I mean, it does make them better, but not enough that it turns the needle or anything. Like you're not. They're still not a contender. They're just throwing darts at the board and hoping that they can do something in the playoffs.
So, well, I guess since we have some time here and there's not too much going on right now, I guess they're asking us some questions here in the chat. This man and John, they're saying, do you think John Klingberg is getting traded? And then John says Tampa Bay Lightning want John Klingberg.
They got an analytics team there. I can't see it.
I don't. I can kind of agree because I don't see the Lightning going after someone like a John Klingberg, especially for them. I don't see it being a guy that would help them.
I think it's going to be a team that like
because Nick Burbanks is
they're going to have to retain. They're going to have to retain. Perbix has been all right. I think they're just going to fly with Perbix. Yeah. I mean, he's not. Klingberg isn't really giving you a playoff push. You know.
No, not really. Seattle might go after Klingberg.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't think they're. I think they're just going to roll with what they got pretty much. It's only for 1 year, maybe. Something like that, though.
But I mean, I really don't see them doing it either. Like they already got some offensive guys on the team with Vince Dunn. You got Schultz there. Like you really don't need an offensive defenseman. That's the thing that, like, I thought the Ducks were going to be able to flip them, but like, no one really needs an offensive defenseman. That's the problem.
I'm going to go with a non-analytics based team that needs goals in a power play, and I would say Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, that's not actually a bad idea because they've been playing Sandberg. So you could even throw like Schmidt on the left and have Klingberg play alongside of him. It's not ideal, but you had a guy that can play on the power play.
Pionk is having a horrible year too. Have you seen his analytics?
Pionk has not been very great this year. He's been
terrible year this year. So you're playing with Dylan, put Pionk down with Sandberg, and is it doing much? No, you help your power play. Like it's not doing much, but that's a team that has a hard time getting people to go there to begin with. And then it would probably only be a rental. Where is he going in the summer? I have no idea.
They're making some small little nice moves, I gotta say though.
Yeah.
With Nemastankinov for a fourth and Neo Niederreiter for a second. I know Neo Niederreiter hasn't been incredible this year, but he plays the type of style that Bonus kind of likes defensively. He plays pretty nice. Can produce some goals for ya, so it could be an extra little power play guy as well. Like, I don't think it's a bad idea for them. And the thing is, you have term on him, so it's not like you're going to lose him next year. You do have, an extra year of his contract on your team, so you're not going to initially lose him. So that's another good thing for the Jets because it seems like they have trouble signing almost anybody in this league. So I think that's good to get somebody with term.
Those guys would probably just be happy to continue getting NHL salaries.
John, honestly, I think what the Flames should do is just really, they should
just stop.
Just stop. Like,
just stop.
Honestly, a guy that they should trade is Nikita Zadorov. He's fucking useless. I don't know if you see him in that Boston game where he laid a hit on one of the Bruins players and then took him so out of the play because he hit even one of his own teammates as well in that hit. But I mean, he had a good year last year. Defensively, he was doing well. He's still a great defenseman. Not saying he isn't, but I don't know, man. Like I'm never really been because sometimes Zadorov with him, he's great at playing defense without a doubt. But there's a lot of times where he's just like a complete fucking moron. Like his IQ is just not
his
there.
Offense. He has no offensive IQ at all. Nothing.
No, nothing for his offensive IQ.
You want to play him with a guy like. You want to play him with a guy like we were just talking about there, Klingberg.
Yeah.
Because Klingberg has no defensive IQ. He has no offensive IQ. So that's your classic offensive defenseman combination. And just tell him, like, don't even go over the offensive blue line. Don't worry. Just let Klingberg take over the whole line. And when you're in the defensive zone, just tell Klingberg to try to stay in your position and let Zadorov do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. He has no offensive IQ at all. He's He looks totally lost once he gets in the offensive zone.
Well, not even just his like. I think it's just his hockey IQ in general are not like amazing because sometimes it's like even his defensive IQ, he just becomes brain dead sometimes. Where I think his like overpoweredness of I want to fucking crush this dude sometimes takes over in his head. Where it's like, I can make a really simple defensive play and push him to the outside, or I could just lay a massive fucking hit here, and
Yeah,
sometimes he just makes the wrong decision. Not saying he's a horrible defensive because I do like a lot of the things that Dorov does, but I don't know. It's just not working out very much in Flamesland right now. Everything in there in Flamesland is just
I wouldn't
shit.
do it. I wouldn't do anything. But I mean, but
What do you have to do? You don't got any picks. You don't got prospects.
you're capped out.
You're capped out. You don't got anything to do. You got players that are underperforming massively this year. Like there's just so many issues with this team that, kind of is a telltale sign they should have just fucking when they traded Kachuk, they should have just blew it up. Maybe even
But
dumped off Huberto.
this is your classic Sutter team. Analytically, their expected goals for is great. Expected goals against is great. Goaltending doesn't do well under Sutter because the guy is a fucking anxiety pit.
Yeah.
And they just shoot right in the middle of the goaltender because all he cares about is getting shots on net. And he tries to play that old school, hit it to the pads and get the rebounds. It doesn't work with goaltenders today. Goaltenders today are amazing at stopping rebounds. If you can't pick corners in today's NHL, you ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So he's just wrong. We were right to begin with, even though we thought we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
He's just wrong for the NHL today. I would have him as an assistant coach for X's and O's all day long. Amazing.
He's a good 1 year type of coach. He's like a good 1 year signing, throw out there for a year, see what you could do with that team, and then after that, it's like you really gotta get another coach to kind of help you out.
And then tell him if you're not gonna smile, just go in a closet somewhere and do X's and O's. I don't want you fucking here. The guy's a grumpy asshole. Let's face it. Who wants to go to the rink every day with this grumpy asshole it's never good enough. He blames everybody, I don't know if he ever
fuck me, Perlo. The amount of prospects that they could be playing right now that could come up and rip up the NHL, like Peltier, who's been doing pretty good. We're also talking about a guy in Matthew Phillips, who's only had 3 NHL games, and for the past 2 seasons has been a point per game player for the AHL team in Stockton and for now the Calgary Wranglers and Matthew Phillips. But he doesn't play. You don't want to know why he doesn't play on the Sutter team?
Because you got to earn your
no. He's 5'7" and 140 pounds.
Oh, that too. I guess, yeah. Yeah, much better to have.
It's much better to have Trevor Lewis, 6'1", and Milan Lucic, and who else do we got here? Brett Ritchie, and Connor McKay playing in the defense. It's also better to call up Kevin Rooney because he's really more useful than Matthew Phillips.
Kevin Rooney is.
Oh yeah, man! Fucking Kevin Rooney, 1 point in 17 games, huh?
Look at his AHL stats too.
Let's take a look.
They're shit. They're shit.
Oh wow, 9 points in 33 games. Wow, huh?
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're gonna call up this fucking bum over a guy that's had a point per game, above a point per game, in the AHL? That's fucking incredibly stupid.
Kevin Rooney should get a gold fist. We should send him a gold fist for the reach around maybe the all-time reach around player. I mean, that guy should never have seen NHL ice ever. Not even close. He is absolutely diabolically bad in every facet of the game. I don't know. I never understood how that guy kept on getting ice time.
Yeah, Kobe, I was using ChatGPT for my tweets tonight. So I was using AI to make my tweets. I wanted to give it a try out and see how it would do for my tweeting, and it's a lot better than me making tweets. So just get AI to make it for me.
Oh, I gotta. How did you have to pay for that shit or something?
No, it's all free.
Oh,
ChatGPT is
I
all
still
free.
gotta talk to you. I can't use JFresh. Still.
Oh,
Um.
I think I have it open. Hang on. I don't even think I
Okay,
buy
so
it anymore.
we were talking Klingberg. I think Winnipeg would be the best suitor for him, as far
Well,
as on paper, anyways.
yeah, I think so. I was gonna say, you want to go look at some old trades that we haven't gotten to talk about yet, because there's some deals that we
Sure.
could talk about around the NHL. I think the first one that we weren't able to talk about was the Boston Bruins picking up Tyler Bertuzzi for only
Mm-hmm.
a first and a fourth, top 10 protected for the 2024 one. I love this fucking deal, man. I
Of
love it
course.
so
It's
fucking
an
much, bro.
amazing deal.
They're stacked,
Well,
dude. I mean, Hall's out of the
mhm.
lineup now, but now you have a guy to replace him. But like, it's insane how fucking stacked this lineup is, dude. You're basically gonna be playing Taylor Hall on the fourth fucking line, dude, on the wing.
Yeah,
It's crazy, dude. I mean,
they're winning the cup.
you
They're
gotta
winning the
think
cup.
their fucking regular season record is fucking insane. 48, 8-5 or whatever it is. It's
Dude,
insane.
that game last night in Buffalo, I had Buffalo, and I'll tell you why. Because you could not get a worse spot to play against X team in that game.
Hmm.
Off a road trip, Western road trip, they looked sacked against Calgary. Uh, a lot, 4 games in 6 nights. You got the Rangers, like every single handicapper's
Oh,
red
oh,
flag
oh,
was on that.
trade has happened.
Oh, okay.
We got Jordan Greenway going off to the Buffalo Sabres.
That makes sense. They need size on the wings. They hopefully can get that kid to like great. He's good defensively. He was really good on that line with Foligno and who was it? Foligno and Eck, right? Foligno, Eck, and Greenway was a good line for a long time there. But he can't get his offense going. Probably, and they're probably getting him on cheap too, right?
Don't know what the exact specifics are, but Greenway is going to Buffalo for I don't know yet. But yeah,
I think
Greenway's
it's
defense is incredible. Like if he could get that offense going for himself, like he could be a really good player for a while for the Buffalo Sabres. It's not a bad pickup, and I mean it gives you some bigger size. It gives you some extra depth for the team. For the Buffalo Sabres and a team that is kind of not on the they are near the playoffs, but it gives them a little bit more depth to the very young team that they already got. So
yeah, and they really are not lacking in defensive forwards too. So I think there's a good move.
that's not bad. We'll have to see what the specifics will be on the deal.
How much they gave up for him, yeah.
But yeah, Bertuzzi and Marchand like hated each other way back when they were like beaking at each other between the Bruins and the Red Wings. But now it's going to be exciting to have to deal
Well,
with both of those fuckers on the same
Marchand
goddamn team in the
Marchand hates
playoffs.
everybody
Oh
until
yeah,
you're on.
no doubt. But
I
I'm just
love
saying, bro, like dealing with these two guys once it comes playoff time, like you have to go up against Marchand and Bertuzzi. And then not just that, you have to also deal with Garnett Hathaway as well on that fucking
Yeah,
team. Like every line you're gonna have to deal with someone Tetris. Like the first line you're gonna have to deal with Marchand and Bergeron. Second line you're gonna have to deal with David Pastrnak. The third
yeah,
line you're gonna have to deal with a Bertuzzi or a Hall. And in your fourth line you're
yeah.
gonna have to deal with Hathaway coming after your ass.
And all of them can play both ways. Hathaway's not much of a scorer, but he's great defensively.
You're welcome,
I
Caden.
mean, those are the guys like, and we get Bukestad.
I don't hate Bukestad. I don't hate Buke. Well, let's get into this one for the Edmonton Oilers. And it looks like Edmonton Oilers are done making moves for today. I wanted to see one last move for the Oilers, to be quite honest with you, because I think there was room to make one more move, whether you
Yeah,
add
I just don't think there's
a
anything available.
Radku Gudas was available. We could have went after him to, get another right-handed guy or even someone
Did he move?
depth-wise.
Did he
No,
move?
Gudas is still available.
Mm.
I think the
I
Leafs
believe,
could beat the Lightning this year. I do believe that. I do believe they could do it. But they
I
just
believe they
have to
could, but
be
it's going to be tight.
they just have to wake up and play their best hockey.
But the only thing that's a problem is Samsonov versus Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
It's
Samsonov
yeah,
could look very sketchy.
But
But
but I think Toronto's speed is going to give Tampa, like Tampa's going to have to slow the game down
yo, yeah,
because they're not going to be able to skate with Toronto.
fuck no. So the next one we'll talk about, well, the Oilers we talked about. Now, I didn't like this move necessarily, um, because of the fact that we did trade away our prospect in Kesselring. Because I've really been a big fan of Kesselring. I've been kind of watching him kind of come up. Now, Cam Deanan is a nice depth prospect. Not even depth prospect, a depth minor player. So it's not like it's a terrible move for us because we did get Deanan and Bukestad for Kesselring in a third. So I think it's pretty even, to be quite honest. And I think we even took a bit of a dub because Bukestad's going to help us depth-wise. He's going to bring really well defensive capabilities. He's not the greatest on the PK, but we'll have to see how well he does on this system. But he's a really good defensive guy who could bring a little bit of offense. I don't mind it. It helps the team a little bit. Gives us some extra depth. But I still feel like we're really going to run with Yamamoto in our top 6 this playoffs.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Right? Like, how are we okay with someone like, and that's the thing that pisses me off. Like, we were all fucking rambarding Puljujärvi for, he's not performing. Let's talk about Yamamoto and, like, legit, I think injuries have been a big hindrance on Yamamoto. And the fact that he keeps getting fucking nailed in the head all the goddamn time. And the fact that we keep playing him 19 minutes per game. And he only has 14 points in 38 games. What is he doing out there?
He's not doing much. He's looking heroic because he goes to the dirty areas and he's a shrimp.
And like,
That's
you're
about it.
telling me that we can't, maybe make a nice deal, maybe go after, Brock Besser's available. You got JVR who's available, right? I mean, you could get like a third party team to take a bit of cap for JVR. He'd probably be dirt cheap for ya. Fucking Connor Garland for fuck's sakes. That'd be a beautiful pickup for the team.
There's a lot of factors involved in there. I think that I think JVR probably will be moved here. And I think there's just teams that they already know they're in on, and it's just a matter of how much they are. It's already been done. And when they say they're not making any moves, it's because they've already been told they're out of every other move they've tried to make.
Mhm.
It's not that they didn't try to make more moves. It's just the teams have already told them, no, we're going to send them here, we're going to send them there. And there's a million reasons for that. Sometimes you're taking care of the player a little bit. He wants to go somewhere specifically, and you want to make sure that the players on your team know that you care about players. And that's what a lot of people forget when trades are made, is they don't just treat them like pawns and throw them somewhere if they really don't want to go there and all that shit like that. Because if you ever want to get a free agent, and they, in the off season, they talk to Van Riemsdyk or at the, whatever, and he's like, yeah, they didn't give a fuck about me. They threw me here and it didn't work for my family and blah, 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 blah. Next time it comes up to being that person is going to go, and they all know anyways. Agents know what happens. So an agent will say, yeah, they don't give a shit about their players there. They treat them like pawns. I wouldn't recommend you signing as a free agent there. So that's all the things you got to do to look at, right?
Mhm.
So could they? I think it's likely that they try, but the players are already allocated to other teams, and that's all they got. That's the thing. I would like to see it, but I doubt they didn't try. We traded, what was that prospect to Arizona? Or
Michael
I thought it
Kesselring.
to Arizona.
It's
Okay,
Arizona,
I thought it was part of the Ekholm deal.
Yeah.
But we got Ekholm. I mean,
At the end of the day, I think we took one of the biggest dubs at the deadline with that Ekholm deal. Like, I think that was massive for us. I think he was one of the best defensive guys that we could have went after at the deadline. Either that or Chychrun, but Ekholm's numbers are even better than Chychrun's numbers. It's just Chychrun would have been able to, I think, jump back up in his numbers and would have kept improving because he's a lot younger than Ekholm, right? So that's the big risk with taking up Ekholm, because you might have that potential risk of him totally plummeting and dropping off the face of the fucking earth, especially since it's the start of his 4-year deal. We still have 3 years to pay of Ekholm's deal. That takes him up until he's 35. So
yeah.
it's definitely going to be, I think he'll be good for sure. Like this is definitely helps our defense core, make sure that, Nurse is not playing as much minutes. Like this is definitely a pickup that I like. And in the note, Greenway got traded for a second and a fifth. The second was the Vegas Golden Knights second round pick that got traded to them with the Eichel deal. So it was a second and a fifth for Greenway.
Yeah, good pickup for Buffalo. I don't. This guy is so tantalizing. Greenway, he's got all the tools, but he can't seem to get it together offensively. But even if he turns in, I think his top end now, I wouldn't have said this 3 years ago, is like a Barkley Goodrow,
Yeah.
something like that, which isn't bad.
No, God,
Yeah.
no. And then Oop Kubel re-signed with the Caps as well. 1 year deal worth $1.225 million. So Oop Kubel to sign a little bit of a deal to Washington Capitals as well. And then I guess we'll move on to some more deals here right quick, since we've been talking about some other deals. We talked about the Bertuzzi one and how that was a good deal for Boston. Voracek off to the Coyotes. I love how they're just stacking up on the LTIR money. As now stack up with another one. They now have the Voracek, Weber, Andrew Ladd. They also have Brian Little. Oh man, I love what Toronto, like Arizona's doing, bro. It feels like a fucking video game, bro. Like, this is what I do in a fucking video game. You pick up every worst contracted player in the league. You trade away everyone for as many picks as you possibly can get. And this is how a proper tank is supposed to go. I know fans are all pissed off and, oh, what the fuck is this team doing? This is stupid. Fucking Arizona Coyotes are just wasting our money.
Yeah, in the United States, though, you have to understand, like, hockey's kind of a new sport to them, and they don't understand.
But like, are they so
they
fucking
don't understand
dumb, bro?
rebuild.
Like watch baseball. Like, I think most
Yeah, I guess you should.
Right, if you watch baseball, you should understand fucking rebuilds, because almost every baseball team every 5 years does a rebuild. It's like a fucking usual thing in baseball. Every team in
check
baseball.
Out this trade. Oh no, it's not.
No.
Never mind. They're talking about a trade back when. Yeah, I saw Braden Shen from St. Louis. I was
like, whoa, what?
Oh no, it's an old one. Yeah, no, that's true. I never thought about that. They should understand it with baseball, but yeah, it's like they don't get it. And you got to understand, the average fan just wants to see their team winning. Like, they don't care. Like, it's like me. Like, I'm not. I like to say I'm a huge Blue Jays fan. Okay, but I'm not, because I'm not a huge enough baseball fan to be a huge Blue Jays fan. If they rebuild, I don't give a flying fuck. I won't watch. I'm not going to watch them. I only want to watch them when I'm winning. I'm a fly-by-nighter, no doubt about that. I mean, I might throw it on every once in a while, but I don't give a shit. I think that's the way most fans are. And
without a doubt.
If you're paying big money and you have a season ticket, and you're like, oh, you're going to drop the season ticket prices now that the team's going to suck? And that tells me right away, you're not a true hockey fan. Because if you're a true hockey fan, you're enthralled with the rebuild.
I'm fucking going on a rink every fucking day to get shit-faced, because I know the tickets are going to be dirt cheap. And they're going to be like $10 to go watch a game where Connor McDavid's going to be in the rink to come whoop some ass on the Arizona Coyotes, right? Like, it's insane. It's another deal.
Yeah. No, it's another throwback.
I did see there was a tweet that Oscar Sundqvist is moving from the Red Wings to the Wild.
Oh, so they got rid of Greenway and brought in Sundqvist.
Definitely not a big upgrade, but PK pretty good. Doesn't play too bad. But the thing is, you get rid of Greenway's contract, I think, is the biggest thing here for the Wild. Right?
Yeah.
You get rid of that whole, not horrendous, but you get rid of a big contract that, for the Wild, you need to kind of clear away those big contracts. Yeah, $3 million for the next 3 years. Now you're bringing in Sundqvist is only at $1 million. He's way cheaper, especially since you got Baldy's $7 million contract kicking in next year. You gotta clear up some cap space to make some leeway for Matthew Baldy's big contract to come in. I'm still surprised we haven't seen Matthew Dumba making a move yet, but I guess they are trying to be competitive.
I think he's going to go right at the end.
You think he's going to
I
go
think
right at the
that's
end?
one of the yeah, right at the end of the deadline here. I think you'll see him go. I think he's just trying to get as much as he can. It's going to be an underwhelming package. I don't think he's going to get much for Dumba. He's having a bad year. He's a free agent at the end of this year, right?
Yeah, he's a free agent at the end of this year.
Yeah, I think you'll see him right at the end. Like, okay, that's what I want to look at. Where are some of these guys going to go? You said Klingberg. I said Winnipeg. I heard a lot of people going Dumba to Winnipeg. That'd be stupid. I would take Klingberg over Dumba any day.
Yeah, especially this year with the way that he's been playing. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that that type of move.
Just, I think most people look at Dumba right now as a depth guy that in case of injuries and stuff like that, I think it'll be a pretty underwhelming package. Could go to any team that, just wants to make sure that if he has to play, he has to play. That's where I think it would be for Dumba.
Also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be very much appreciated there, guys. Calgary made a move. They picked up Dryden Hunt.
Yeah.
Where's
they're set.
Where was Dryden Hunt from? New York?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Another defensive guy who does not know offense. Wow.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. But he's better than Lewis. He's better than Lewis.
Yeah. Fucking can skate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely play him instead of Lewis. At least he is he is a defensive forward, but I mean it's not doing nothing to get Dryden Hunt.
And then quick going to the Knights like you were predicting there. Nothing really to talk about that move. Just a lot of people were kind of like scratching their heads because Michael Hutchinson, the goalie that the Knights traded, has actually even been playing better. Save percentage wise or not? No.
He's having a good year in the minors. He always has a good year in the minors.
But Quick, I just don't know like what Quick's gonna really fucking help him with,
Nothing.
Like
I don't understand that move at all.
Like, why do you want to have Quick on your team when you already got Aiden Hill and Thompson on your team and Quick's been absolute garbage? Like, there's no point. There's no fucking point.
My thinking, maybe isn't Thompson hurt right now, so maybe he's not going to be coming back. So you're going to roll with Aiden Hill
and Quick
in the playoffs. I think he's just there to help Aiden Hill in the playoffs or something. Whatever you're doing, you're not winning a cup with that goaltending. So.
Also, I kind of low-key what Dallas is doing. They picked up Domi as well at the deadline.
That was all right.
They're kind of like, well, now Ty Dellandrea doesn't have to play up in the top six. You have Domi. I mean, can we talk about Mason Marchment and what is going on with him?
What the fuck happened to him? I have no idea.
Dropped off, bro. Like, he had such a hot start to the season, and now he's just done nothing.
The only thing I can think of is one of those guys that worked his balls off to get the big contract. And now he's enjoying the big contract.
But you also take a look at the lineup that he's playing with right now. He's playing with Tyler Seguin and Ty Dellandrea. Like, a line that is nothing. What did Mason Marchment play with last year? Let me take a look.
Yeah, he was playing up in the top six.
I think he was playing less minutes last year, too.
He was playing with much better. Yeah, was he? Okay.
I do believe so. Let me take a look here. I'm just taking a look at. He played with Lundell and Reinhart for a good bulk of the minutes last year.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, jeez, that's like night and day.
So yeah, his main lineup was the Lundell and Reinhart lineup, which honestly their goals expected were the best on the team. Their goals for was third best on the team. They were just amazing. And then he played a little bit with Reinhart and Lester Reinen, still did quite well. I think like he played quite well. The only people that he didn't play too well with, he played even really well with Barkov and Verhaeghe. Their goals expected was insane. Take a look at this year with the Dallas Stars and what he's doing this year. He's been playing mostly this year with Ben, Johnston, Marshman, which that line was quite good. Let me increase the minutes here. Get to about 80. There we go. So yeah, he's playing with the majority of the year with Johnston and Marshman 137 minutes, and they played quite well alongside of each other. They had a 56.5 goals expected goals for, which is right near the Robertson, Pavelski, Hintz line, which is at 59.6. And then Marshman was playing a lot with Marshman, Fasca, and Sagan, which was an okay midline. And then they played him a lot alongside of Sagan and Guryanov, and now they've been tying them up alongside of Dellandrea, which that line is horrendous compared to the Johnston and Ben line that Marshman was paired up alongside of. But do you almost think it's time to maybe, like, for the Dallas Stars to even, like, now they're picking up some depth players, which helps, but that top line, do you think it's just, like,
break up the line?
Break up the line.
Yeah.
Because, like, even, like, I'm taking a look here at the numbers, right? When Robertson played with Sagan and Pavelski, even that line did better than the Robertson-Pavelski-Hintz line. And I think it's not a bad idea for them to split some of the lines up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Honestly, I haven't been watching much of Dallas. I don't know why Dallas in the West and Detroit in the East for some reason. I don't think I just had a lot of bets on them. I didn't have a good read on them. The only thing I did start doing was I started playing more draws with them and with Dallas. I think the problem in Dallas is they're playing too much. They're changing their style too much during games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of those things where you get up a couple goals and then all of a sudden you just go in this defensive shell. And I think that's pretty much the biggest problem. I suppose if you're going to do that, though.
No way.
What?
Oh, no. What is Detroit doing, dude? They apparently are picking up JVR. Detroit.
Well, that's weird.
What the fuck, dude? Why?
That's to replace Bertuzzi.
But why do you need him this year?
Well, I think the idea. I'm sure they've talked a longer contract. I'm sure they've talked longer.
Yeah, but why would you want to fucking resign JVR, bro?
I've told you already. Stevie Yzerman went on the crack, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with the guy. He used to be my favorite male on the planet, and then he signed Sherratt to whatever.
Like, JVR has not even been that good since, like, Toronto, bro. Like,
no, he hasn't. He's not that good. I don't get it. I don't know. He doesn't. He locked his analytics team in the attic, and he's just. I think he's gone. I think he's just gone on a drinking binge for like 2 years. The pressure's getting to him. He doesn't know what. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's ruining Detroit. Is what he's doing.
So to replace both Varane and Bertuzzi, I swear to God, if like.
Verana did something brutal, though. Verana did something
to get
brutal.
traded for a 7th and McLaughlin, like.
Did you see what I did? You see my tweet?
Yeah, I did see your tweet there. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, what the fuck?
A bottle of bleach to clean out his water. Yeah, he did something brutal there. He pissed a lot of people off, I'm guessing. I'm gonna tweet that. Okay, what is the exact trade?
I don't know. Nothing. They're just pending the physical and the trade. I mean, his analytics are okay, but like his WAR percentile is going down. His finishing's going down. Like,
I think he can get more offense out of him. No doubt about that. He's not a bad player, but like you said, I mean, they're not better. You lose Bertuzzi and you get Van Riemsdyk. Hronek, I guess they figure Edvinsson will be ready next year. I kind of understand that, I suppose, because Edvinsson's going to be a beast. Oh, yeah. So I kind of get that. I get that because you can't play Hronek down in the bottom pair.
No.
So I kind of get that deal. But this one,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Weird shit.
He's getting paid a shitload. I mean, he'll take less in his next contract. I don't know. I suppose it's not terrible if you get him for like 3.5, something like that. It's all right.
So I guess with JVR, I'm guessing they just wanted to play up on the second line to replace Fabro on the second line, or they even playing him on the third line with Veleno and Zadina with JVR. To be
I
quite
think what
honest,
I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to get all of his players besides Larkin at around 5 mil. Like he's trying to build like a lineup that is just second liners all the way down the lineup. That's what I think he's trying to do. So his third and fourth lines, and this actually follows the Detroit model that of the heydays too. Yeah, they went with, I mean, not like, well, sort of. I mean, it was a different time back then when uh you could have like Fedorov and Zetterberg and all those guys on your team because there was no cap, right? But the big thing there always was with Detroit was team depth all the way through. They want to beat you with their third and fourth lines. And I think that's what he's doing here, I guess. He still
I seen a
follows
tweet.
that.
You move Horanik, who has a year left, questionable sustainability as well. That would indicate selling. You trade Bertuzzi and Verana, which indicates selling, to then buy and acquire JVR. Yzerman is either playing 7D chess or it's time to question the Yzer plan.
Well, okay, you're trading Bertuzzi because he hated Bertuzzi. He fucking hated Bertuzzi. And the reason why he hated Bertuzzi was apparently he said some pretty racist shit.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. Well, think of his father or uncle, right?
Verana?
And no, not Pirana. Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi
yeah.
he's dumb as a post, apparently. He just says the stupidest shit everywhere. He pisses everybody off in the room. Straight up.
Bertuzzi.
And when,
Bertuzzi was his dad, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was his uncle.
The Bertuzzis are pretty fucking dumb. I hate Todd Bertuzzi.
And when he refused to get vaxxed, that was the straw. Stevie Yzerman was just, fuck you. You're out of here. I'm not giving you shit. You're out of here. So that was really what that came down to. It had nothing to do with a rebuild. It had to do with, I don't want any part of you, get out of here. Verana did some weird, like, who knows? It seems like he had addiction issues. When that's the case, you can not show up for practice and all kinds of stuff, and just to, wear out every welcome. Mm-hmm. It could be emotional basket case and all that. So I think he's just cleaning up what he knows were characters he didn't want. So it's not really a rebuild. And now he's bringing in characters apparently where that he thinks will fit better. So it's not a rebuild at all. Hronek, I don't know about his character, but I think that had more to do with the fact that Edvinsson was going to take over next year. It's smart. It's smart, actually, in that way.
There's no trade in place at the exact moment in time for JVRs, but Cervelli said. Drigger also said that JVR likely heading to Detroit. Deal isn't done as the Red Wings are in the process of moving another player. So who is that other player? Is it the fact that they have to clear up more cap or something?
Okay, I'll take a guess here. Because Stevie Yzerman is sort of like the way Boston is with their players. Like when they jettisoned Seguin, everybody thought, "Oh, are you fucking crazy?" Well, look what Seguin has done in his career.
Kind of been an asshole.
Yeah, right. There's a certain type. They want family orientated. They want non-partiers. Hamilton was another one, but that didn't work out well. Hamilton was grown up to be like freaking. He should win a Norris at least one time, but that's the way they are there. There's a certain character and a way of life that you have to have, and if you don't, you're out. And I think he's doing the same thing. So who would it be? I think maybe because of his injury issues, maybe Fabry might move on. And that has nothing to do with character. It just has to do with, but then you're going to take Yeah,
Maybe
that, or
they're
maybe Kubalik is a guy that is lazy as shit.
maybe they're
He's got all
thinking
the talent in the world.
maybe they're thinking with JVR they'll sign him to an extension or something like that, and he'll play as
Oh
a
yeah, they
depth
will.
guy.
For sure, they're going to sign him to an extension. For sure, he doesn't make that deal if there's no extension in place. No doubt about it. It's not a. He's not going to get him as a rental.
Ramsdike's fucking analytics are not terrible. They're not amazing, but like it's a
No,
good third line type of player to have for a
yeah,
little bit.
exactly. So you're going to put Berggren up on the. He's fantastic, Jonathan Berggren. He's going to be awesome, and so he's going to get the second line left wing spot.
And they're thinking they're gonna dump off Fabry.
I think so. Yeah, just he's had injury issues. He's a decent player, but he's not. Where do you slot him? You can't play bottom six, not spectacular top six. Like he's one of those
Unless
guys
it's
that fits all
Zadina.
over the place, sort of like Kerfoot and guys like that. No, Zadina has actually, since he's come back from his injury, which I don't think was injury, I think he went for mental health help. Apparently, he used to beat himself up to shit. Was his biggest problem. He was one of those guys that if he had a bad game, it would stretch for like 10 games. He would be so down. He had like issues that way. And ever since he's
Oh,
come back,
never mind.
he's actually looked a lot.
JVR not going to the Red Wings.
Okay, so they can't move the player. And I think that player was probably Fabry. So Fabry's making $4 million a year.
Man, I gotta say, shit's so weird in the NHL today. Like, the deadline kind of blows ass today. Like, when I woke up, I was expecting to see my phone, like, just blown up with trades. I take a look at my phone. I see Lazar headed to the Devils. And I'm like, oh, that's it? Like, that's it for today? And then Stankinov off to the Jets? I'm like, my God.
That's why I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You need to have the deadline 2 weeks sooner.
I honestly believe so, because at this point, like, what, you only got 20 games remaining in the NHL. Like, there's not, like, too much that teams want to change. You already, like, you don't got a whole lot of time if you want to make trades now. That's why teams make trades, like, 2 weeks beforehand,
Yeah, the reason why they have it later, though, is I don't know. Maybe there wouldn't be as many moves because they have it later because teams can work on their cap space a little better up until the deadline. But as we're seeing, it's not really a problem. So I think 2 weeks sooner would be the best way to do it. And I think teams would like it more. They'd be able to make their trades. They'd have 2 more weeks, which they're doing it anyways. They know they need 25 to 30 games for everything to gel, especially if you're going to make lots of moves like Toronto, right? So.
Yeah. Well, it just feels like almost every deadline year we get to. Like, I think this deadline, this whole year for trades, has been a lot more entertaining than past deadlines. But the actual trade deadline day fucking sucks.
Yeah. Talking about that, I did a Demko trade thing. I gotta send it off to a few places. I had Demko going. I think Demko's going. We can talk about that. I don't think Demko's happy in Vancouver. Not because they want to get rid of him, but did you see that where Farhan Lalji came out and said that sources close to Demko have informed me that I have reason to believe that he's not happy in Vancouver.
Oh, really? Huh?
And do you know what that usually means when a guy like that says that, sources close to Demko? That usually means his agent. Who else is going to say that? Like, you think he's talking to his Uncle Bob or whatever?
No, it's definitely the agent who said it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think he's moving. Just 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, I could see Demko moving. Do you think the Canucks are... No, I don't believe the Canucks are going to do anything big, to be quite honest with you. I really don't think they're going to be doing anything else. Like, Something happened with JVR in Detroit, pulled back from the deal. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do gotta grab a drink of water, so that's what I'm
Like
gonna
I
be doing right quick.
spilt all over myself.
Oh, smooth.
Having my shake and I spilt all over.
But draft equity is something that's very important. Well, it's either valued or overvalued. The third, fourth down, 10%.
We'll get. Well, I'm hoping we get one major one before.
I don't think we are, man. I think we're fucked for the day.
That's what we said. We gave up 5 picks for Tedder. He only goes way draft picks one way. They players that have shown differently, and it's worked out in the past for them. Was the guy they got off from Chicago? Hagel. Hagel, and now Tedder Joe. So.
Well, I said they're odds, right? But I said you don't know draft even round 3, 7, 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna even really see anything. Sounds like Detroit is joining Seattle in the push of JVR traction developing of late. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I could see Seattle, yeah.
That was like 30 minutes ago, though, so maybe Philly got maybe a better deal from Seattle or something just now.
I think he's probably going. It's just a matter of that last second. Are you going to give me the extra second or?
You're currently playing the league. So if you're just going to build your team just on first round fixtures, you'll be in.
Also, I loved how Bruce Boudreau did a thing with TSN. I don't know if you've seen the whole video where he walked in. He's like, "You guys fucking suck. Like, you gotta wake up, make this shit more entertaining. Go back to work." And he's just like calling everyone out. He's calling James Duthie, and he's like, "James Duthie, you're a fucking host, dude. Like, you gotta wake yourself up. You gotta rally the team." And
Biznaski did?
No, Boudreau did. Boudreau. He joined the trade deadline show for TSN.
Oh shit, that's funny. I haven't been watching the TSN one because I like listening to BX. BX is about the only one that has like
a fucking brain.
Yeah, exactly. Out of all of them, yeah, most of them don't say anything. When they do say something, you're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You're getting paid what, probably $500,000 a year, and you can't even open up an analytics page anywhere? Like, are you fucking mad?
Yeah, there's nothing really going on, man. Fucking this deadline's kind of lame, dude.
Yeah, all the big stuff happened all the way up into the deadline, and I think they're probably going to do something to fix that somewhere down the road. Montreal isn't it? Fuck all.
Well, I do like how the fact that they got a lot more interesting. Yeah, like you take a look. Okay, so Sportsnet PR posted like a team of analysts. So you had David Amber, Anson Carter, Kevin Bieksa, Jennifer Botterill, and Paul Biznasty, which still can't fucking believe he's like the big guy as always. Anson Carter's okay, but a lot of the time his fucking opinions are dumb as shit. You had Breaking News Friedman and Merrick, Boardroom. You had some other guys. Analytics. You had one fucking analytics guy and Justin Bourne there. That's it. I think there should be a lot more analytics guys than what they do.
Do you know why they don't? Because people don't want to hear analytics.
But if my boy Jay Fresh was like on Sportsnet talking about his analytics, like, "Oh yeah, this guy has done this and this," I'm like, I would love that shit, man.
Oh, for sure.
I love that shit. And he could show me a fucking graph of what's going on with this player, what he's doing in the offensive zone and shit like that. I would love that, man.
But people don't, the general public hates analytics.
But like the thing is, you could start growing that, right? Like you could start showing it to people.
The game. I don't need analytics. Really? Okay. Top 4 teams in the league right now. Colorado Avalanche, Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, Tampa Bay Lightning.
By Boston, you gotta have Boston there too.
And Boston Bruins. All analytics-based teams. Every one of them. Strongest. Boston just became more so. And now you're starting to see the Washington Capitals, because all those moves, man, there's no doubt they went out and got an analytics team. And you're starting to see the Washington Capitals. And the teams that are shit, Winnipeg, possibly the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe they're starting to wake up and listen to his son, is it his son, Holland's son? Getting guys like Ekholm instead of
Mhm.
Sherratt. You know, they're the best teams in the league. And these are general managers who watch the games. It's not it I agree, you do gotta watch and apply, but if you're not looking at it analytically as well, I mean you're missing out.
Calgary made a big blockbuster deal. Troy
Yeah, I
Stetcher
bet.
to Calgary from Arizona.
Oof. Yay. Troy Stetcher.
Wow, man. Man, I love this fucking deadline, dude. See, that's why, like, I didn't, like, that's the sole reason why I was so smart for not jumping on at 10 and going live for, like, 2 hours. I was so happy I decided to just do the last hour of the deadline, see what happens, you know, see if we could talk about anything else, and there is fuck all, dude.
I mean, I could still talk hockey forever
Oh,
here.
we
but-
all can, for sure. I would talk a lot more if my tongue wasn't fucking killing me.
Oh, yeah. I got spiked today in the hand with I was moving a pallet and I got a big splinter right into the whole hand.
Oh,
Sticking right out like out to here.
fuck, those suck,
Yeah,
dude.
it's right my finger.
You know what? I
here.
remember a childhood memory that
Still-
always like stays in my head of like splinters. So like my grandparents handrail going down outside was like all wood. So I decided to grab onto it and slide my hand down.
Oh no.
And so my
Oh,
hand
no.
was like in pain. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? I show my
Oh.
hand to my mom, and it's just filled with these tiny little fucking splinters all
Oh, my
over my hand. And my mom, for just like a straight hour, was just pulling out these splinters out of my hand.
Oh, that's brutal.
Uh,
Yeah, pulling them out, getting the needle and getting all the shit out, and then you gotta make sure it doesn't get infected. And,
Well, and the way you gotta push it
Uh,
out is super painful too, because you gotta find where it entered in, and then once you find it, you gotta go to the back end of it, and then like slowly push the fucking
Oh.
shit out.
Calgary gave up Radim Zahorna.
Yeah,
It was from Dryden Hunt from Toronto.
yeah, Toronto, yeah.
Radim Zahorna. Okay. Sharks picked up Jacob Peterson for Scott Reedy.
Yeah, I seen that as well. Yeah, small minor deals.
Small little moves. Yeah. Chase Prisk, like AHL deals. I like. You know what? It's just a small deal, but Buffalo robbed Anaheim in this small little deal. Chase Prisky is going nowhere. Austin Strand, he could turn into something. That was a nice move. Very nice
Oh,
move.
what was that move again?
Chase Prisky from acquired from Anaheim for Austin Strand.
Not bad.
Now, he's already played in the NHL. If we look back at all the stuff that's happened with Anaheim with defensemen, they like Mahura goes to Florida. He's not great, but he's doing more than he did in Anaheim. It seems like they are terrible at developing defensemen in Anaheim. So Buffalo seems to identify that. Austin Strand has some NHL, and he's got a good stride. I mean, there's some. Prisky's got nothing. Prisky's just this floater little guy that goes around doing nothing all game. Austin Strand there's potential. That was a good move. Nemeshnikov for Winnipeg. Those are the kind of moves that Winnipeg only gets a chance to do. Unfortunately, they're always going to be that bubble team. It's so sad. I feel sorry for the Winnipeg fans.
Oh yeah. How do you think of Barry Trotz being the now GM for the Nashville Predators?
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, he's
It's not always-
never been a GM before. He's an amazing coach.
Yeah.
Never been a GM before, and he's taken on a team that's basically going to be going through a rebuild. So
What I do, this is what Barry will do. He will have his hands off of draft picks and all that stuff like that. Even player moves will be done by community. And what he's great at is team building. like in as far as as far as a character of a team, as in every aspect of that team is going to be a champion.
Oh,
That's what he'll do there. He'll create a philosophy that will resonate throughout the whole organization, not just the players. And from that, I think he could be like really, really successful. I'm not sure if he's going to be too much involved with actual like draft and
another
stuff.
big deal, baby.
Right,
Oh,
right on.
God. Let's go. Patrick Brown from Philly off to Ottawa. Let's go, dude. Sheesh. Another huge deal.
Zach McEwen for Brandon Lemieux.
We have officially hit the end of the deadline, ladies and gentlemen. We'll stay on for a few more moments to see if anything else cooks up.
You got 15 minutes for everything to.
Nashville Predators will be acquiring Rasmus Asplund.
Oh, Nashville Predators are going to get Rasmus Asplund from the Buffalo Sabres.
Not bad, honestly. Not fucking bad.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it is a
not
nice
fucking
pick.
bad
Yeah.
at all, dude.
No, it's a good pickup for sure.
Getting back to our conversation. Once this
Dude, Dylan Sakura for Maxim Golod. Jesus. AHL.
Time to regroup. So after this,
So Michael Kessering, I didn't get a chance. He's a big dude.
Now with the stretch drive on the horizon,
Playing for Bakersfield.
I don't mind that. So they must be trading Rasmus Asplund because of picking up Greenway.
Yeah.
And Rasmus Asplund's more of an offensive guy from what I remember from his analytics, I do believe.
Yeah, and he doesn't produce much offense.
No.
So, but he works. He's a really hard working player. That's how he gets his thing too. The offensive zone.
See, just what we were talking about, another player that probably Barry Trotz and the gang would like, another team builder. So I told that JVR was not traded before the deadline, so he is still a Philly player.
Wow. Maybe he nixed it.
Oh, well, so it looks like this deadline's going to suck out. I think this is probably one of the worst deadlines, one of the best build-ups to a deadline. But the deadline
we didn't
day,
talk about Shane Gostisbehere.
I think we did a little bit how he went to the Canes.
Did we?
We kind of just quickly went over
How-
it. Power play guy.
Helps out. Power play guy, yeah.
That's some college players that might be finishing up doing your hockey team now because of me. But in my situation, it's basically okay.
So he was close.
Lars
to
Eller
going.
for
He
a
was
second.
close to going to Detroit apparently with JVR, but it fell through.
I think he turned it down. I think he probably turned it down.
Because what
Decided
he
not
has he has the no movement, right?
Right. Yeah, I think he probably just said, screw it, I don't want to go family or whatever.
Yeah, trade got called off, so obviously it's a lot more high tech than that.
Okay, wait, I just looked at this.
So Patrick Brown was traded for a 6th-round pick. That's massive for the Philly rebuild. Okay, you know what? We haven't talked about this one team yet, Philly. Let's fucking talk about them, man.
Okay.
And talk about what they did and how they did absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me that they were going to do anything.
They did nothing. They picked up Lemieux for a 5th.
Yeah. And what's his name? They gave up McEwen back, right?
Ratcliffe. They gave up Ratcliffe up. Yeah, they traded Mac McEwen in the deal. They also gave up Ratcliffe as well to the Preds. But I mean, it was apparently they were thinking about trading away Provorov, but I didn't hear anything about Provorov all day.
That's a draft deal. That's a draft deal. I think that'll still happen. I think what they're doing is I don't think this is actually a bad idea what they're doing. What they're doing is they're going to be active at the draft.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody has cap space and they figure shit out, and then they'll do Proby deals and stuff like that and try to move up.
That's why I want the fucking cap to go up so goddamn bad, because I feel like teams would be like, this is why the NHL is so fucking boring, you know? Because Batman's so fucking, like, they don't do shit with this cap. It's so stingy, man. All the fucking rules they got. Like, if we were to actually have some more lenient rules and a bigger cap space, the shit would be a lot more entertaining. I'm pretty sure with basketball, they have a cap space, but they have like an overdraft thing where you can actually go over the cap.
Luxury tax. But we're not ready to do that, though. That's the problem. We need to get markets before we can do something like that.
But the problem is, we would get fucking markets like that if we were to make a more interesting deadline, and not even just that, a more a cap.
I don't think so.
Because I think a lot more deals would happen if you had a lot bigger cap.
They would, absolutely, but that's not going to bring more people into it. You know what? 85% of the fans don't even pay attention to the deadline till they get home and they go through their ticker or they hear it at work. Like diehards like us are not the majority. So, and unfortunately for diehards like us, they cater to the average fan, and that's and if they get a luxury tax, Arizona's not going to have a team, man. They're going to have nothing. Edmonton would have a difficult time. We would have a difficult time keeping a team. Calgary would certainly have a difficult time keeping a team. If you gotta compete with teams like, imagine the New York Rangers with a luxury tax. They don't give a fuck about money. They would be grabbing everybody all over the place. Like there wouldn't be a good player to be had. With all those Toronto, New York Rangers, that's the reason why, and it sucks, but it's just the way it is. Second and a fifth for Jordan Greenway.
Yeah, seventh for Rasmus Asplund, so it was only a seventh for him. So steal for Nashville, quite honestly.
Much, yeah, I think so.
Man, it sucks that there was no big deals to talk about. Yeah, I even like I wish there was like the JVR deal that went through or something. That would have been at least something to fucking talk about.
I wish they would have usually now there's that surprise deal you never saw coming, right? Like you were like, what? But there's nothing.
Yeah, even right now, like 7 minutes after the deadline, there's still nothing really talked about.
Yeah, if the deal was 2 weeks earlier, this day would be like freaking crazy. Crazy.
Vancouver and Pittsburgh were talking about Miller and shit like that. I don't know if you were hearing tons of stuff like that.
I still think Miller might be moved.
Today?
I do. Not today. They got till the summer. I still think he might.
They got until July 1st, and then his no movement clause kicks in. So.
Yeah, before his no movement clause. I have a feeling that I would. I mean, you've seen him all year. What the fuck has he done for his? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
I would be trading him. That's not a guy I want to build a team around. Some of the shit he said and his attitude, I just. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm still scrolling through Twitter. There's fucking nothing, man. What the hell, bro? Yeah, this deadline was like weeks ago. Yeah, Besser and JT Miller remain Canucks. So those are two guys. So yeah, basically, if you look at the trade bait board, James Van Riemsdyk, he's not traded. Besser's not traded. Edmonton, they just announced Montreal's done. Garland, so they didn't announce Garland's not going, but maybe him. Maybe Klingberg, but there's like nobody else on the block that I can see actually being like traded, unless Schmaltz got traded, but that would have to be a pretty big deal. I think the deadline's done.
I'm surprised Arizona wasn't a little more active.
So now we have 23% chance. Yes, the odds are stacked against them, but they're suddenly 10th in the Eastern Conference. They're suddenly 4 points up. They suddenly have Jacob Chikrin. They just had Patrick Brown. What do you guys think?
There'll be a couple more creep in, I'm sure of it, but I don't know how significant they'll be.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, they're not going to be very big deals. You got to be thinking that. Like, I'm looking through Twitter, and there's like very minor looking deals that are happening right now.
Oh, by the way, Tyson Barrie played. Did you watch that Nashville game?
No, I did not. What happened?
Tyson Barrie played probably his best game he's played in this.
No way.
He was freaking incredible for them last night. He's ridiculous.
He's been really good this year. Like he's been.
I know
really
he has,
good.
but he was really good last night. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I know he's been better this year, but
I still think we won the deal getting that calm and stuff like that. That's
oh
the
yeah,
price you have
absolutely.
to pay.
Yeah, it was a lot to pay, but
Potential for them, and now.
the 2023 first is a late first. At least he finally gave it up. He finally gave it up.
Yeah, he finally gave
And you
up his
get
first.
and he's got term. What are we gonna do in the off season? Because I can't see it. We're not done. With the
Let's talk about
defense.
what we're gonna do for the Oilers off season, and then we'll head off because there's not very much. We'll wait and see if there's anything else, but we could talk about the Edmonton Oilers. So the cap is only really gonna go up by mil, is what I've been hearing. So we're gonna go up to 8.35, 3.5 million. Because right now the Oilers going into this offseason will have $8.5 million in cap space with having to sign Bouchard. Honestly, this is fucking buyout Campbell. Fuck it. 8 years, 1.5 million. Fuck it. Just buy him out. Hey?
Bio Campbell?
Campbell.
Oh yeah, but you would be paying for that.
8 years.
Like,
I don't give a fuck. 8 years.
it would be eight
8
years.
years,
Yeah, buy him out. I agree.
Buy him out. 1.5 at 8 years. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah,
Right?
it's worth every penny.
Right? You save some
You made
money.
a mistake. Okay. Yeah, Bio Campbell. You're saving money because you have if he's there, you have a backup goaltender at $6 million a year. Now you buy him out and you get a backup goaltender. You got Skinner's your backup, and you go. I don't know, but the thing is, you got to have a number one. And you're right. I would definitely be calling Arizona like every day about Pamelka.
Well, like in this
Every day.
next
I'd be
free
like, how about now?
agency
How about now?
kind
How about
of
now?
this
How
next
about
free
now?
agency kind of sucks too because like the best
Sucks
goalies
ass.
are like
There's
Tristan
nothing.
Jarry, Aiden Hill. You got Auntie Ronta and
No.
Anderson. Like there's
No,
not
you
a
don't want any of those.
Reimer.
None of those.
Reimer.
No.
Do a tandem, but even then.
No, don't want a tandem. I want Pamelka.
Vamelka.
I want Pamelka.
Oh, Vamelka and Skinner would be a pretty good tandem. I would like that.
Give me Pamelka. Pamelka likes lots of shots. He's that type of a goaltender. We are very good at doing that. So just let him go hard. It's like having
Wait a second
Brad
here.
Cyril. Where we go?
Woo, we got some deals breaking in. The Flames with a huge blockbuster. When they got Stetcher, they also got Nick Ritchie in exchange for Connie Mackey and Brett Ritchie.
Oh my
Did
God.
I just hear two similar players get traded for each other?
They got with the same last names that are equally as bad as each other.
And then Stitcher and Mackey.
And Calgary gives up the prospect. Fucking Armstrong just rapes him.
Also, Klingberg to Minnesota.
Oh, Klingberg goes to Minnesota. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah. But Dumba doesn't go anywhere?
Nope.
Dumba's going somewhere.
Nope.
No, Dumba's going somewhere.
Doesn't look like it.
I think so. It's gotta be. Okay, well, there's something to talk about anyways. What's
Klingberg to Minnesota.
I
That's
guess
a weird
their
one.
their power play just sucks ass.
I mean, they are in a
Just
playoff
really,
spot
really-
too. That's the thing. So they're like, okay, we'll pick up Klingberg
What?
for a year.
How much did they get? You don't know
We
yet.
don't know yet.
You don't
It
know what the
just
deal
got
is?
announced, so there's no breakage on.
Klingberg's a right D, right?
Yeah, right D. Yeah,
There's no way Dumba's staying.
yeah, because you got Addison, Dumba, and Spurgeon. What the fuck?
Dumba's going. It just hasn't been announced yet. He's got to be moving somewhere. You gotta
Dumba
be.
to Anaheim? Is it a swap of defensemen?
Yeah, maybe.
It is Stetcher and Ritchie. So the Flames
Stetcher, and
Dude,
Nick
I still
Ritchie.
can't believe that deal, bro. I cannot believe that deal the Flames just made. They are fucking absolute morons, dude.
Trey Living is a fucking just. What is it with Canadian, Western Canadian teams and well, not really, I guess, but just bonehead general managers. Like, what is the point of that deal? Nothing. You did
No,
nothing.
Sitcher and McKay are same, just different hand of like left D and right D, and then you swap two bums beside each other.
Yeah, exactly. McKay's better. McKay's younger. He has upside. Troy Stetcher is what he is forever and ever. If anything, he's got downside. What is the point of this? Arizona wins that deal because they get the younger defenseman. Are they brothers?
Yep, they are.
So brothers were traded for each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more deals, but my God, that is so bad. Oh,
Yeah, I think
God.
Mackey
Dude,
could be a
Nick Ritchie's
player.
actually even worse than his brother and Brett. Brett is actually better than Nick Ritchie physically. Oh, my God.
What a joke. Mackey, when I watched him play, he looked nervous all the time. And who wouldn't be a Sutter as your freaking coach, right? So Arizona sees that. Oh, he plays nervous. Sutter's an asshole. Just give him a shot. See how he does here. I bet you he freaking rocks it and is a 5'6" guy. What? Just good thing it's Calgary.
Subtle change is something for them, right? Calgary needs something to spark them, and even if it's a subtle change.
Yeah, I still don't see anything going on.
I think Dumba's got to go back in that deal. I think Dumba's got to go back in that deal. Which for Arizona or for Anaheim,
An
it's
L.
yeah, big L. Big L. I get good move from
No,
Minnesota.
you gotta be thinking the Ducks are gonna get something back in picks and stuff like that. Like you gotta be thinking.
Can't just. If Dumba would be going back just to make the money work, and then some picks or something like that, it has to be. Is Dumba going to sign long term in Anaheim? No. Well, why would they want to do that? Because he's a free agent, right? At the end of the year, both of them would be free agents. But I don't see how. Because once Brodin comes back, he's a lefty. You got Spurgeon, Brodin.
Right, but it's a good matchup where he can use his offensive ability.
Yeah, like there's no Addison is better than Dumba. He should be playing in.
Dallas, so maybe this is the start that he needs to just let that offense shine.
Yeah, we'll see what the return is. At least that's a decent deal, anyways.
I mean, you get a pretty good offensive defenseman going to Mini. It's just, are they really gonna have both Dumba and Klingberg on the same goddamn team? Like,
No, it doesn't make sense.
no, hell no. Like that.
He is a good offensive defenseman. I never even thought about Minnesota. It probably is a good spot for him because they have a lot of good defensive defensemen. So, a lot of good defensemen that can play defense and their power play isn't very good. So it's probably not a bad move. I certainly wouldn't be paying Klingberg the $7 million he's making now for long term though.
Ready to address the media. Let's get that back to Ken Holland, the GM of the Edmonton Oilers, had that big splash with the team. Biggest splash today, but let's hear what the GM has to say.
Yeah.
Sounded like I was UII as well as the Richie trade.
You went into this thing, let's say, 10 days ago, to this deadline, and area set the deadline over. How close did you come to accomplishing everything they hoped you would accomplish?
Yeah, there's really nothing else. I don't think. I'm not seeing anything else. I've been refreshing Twitter pretty good amount.
Well, I'd like to see what the return
Yeah,
is
that's
on
what I'm
that.
kind of waiting for, but I don't know if we're gonna be seeing it or not for a bit. I'm pretty sure it's just being confirmed and everything like that, but
So what?
Sure that they are named.
I was oh, we didn't talk about the Chickering deal.
we did talk about it in the stream there, and the others
Oh,
one.
the stream. Yeah. Ottawa did well.
I thought it was a great deal for Ottawa. Arizona should have got a lot
If
more.
if they can sign DeBrincat, man, I'll tell you that is it Dubois or whatever? What's his name?
But to brink it?
General
Dorian?
manager Dorian. Dorian's freaking rocking this shit. He just needs a goaltender now. If you can find a goaltender. I know that but that kid, Sogard, looks pretty good. He's just only 22 years old. Cam Talbot's not the answer, that's for sure.
Also, I gotta say, man, over time, there's becoming better analysts than Elliot Friedman. I love my boy Friedman, but everyone's breaking deals before him, it feels like this year, you know? Like Frank Cervelli. Holy shit.
Cervalli, he doesn't get embedded with anyone. Friedman is embedded with Sportsnet, or is it Sportsnet?
Sportsnet.
He's embedded with Sportsnet, so he has limitations. He knows shit long before he puts it out, but he has to do and sort of say. Oh, did we get Cam Dineen in that deal with Bigstead?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a good deal.
Yeah.
I didn't know we got Cam Dineen. That guy came up and looked not too bad. He could be a late bloomer.
Oh, I know.
That was a good
That's what
pickup.
I'm saying. I think the others took the dub in the deal with picking up Dean in the deal as well.
Yeah, that is. I thought you said Dean, but it was Dineen. I didn't hear you right. Yeah, very good pickup for them. Holy shit, that is good. Yeah, that's the problem. And Saravalli, he's got his own shit. He's not embedded with anybody.
No, he's with that face off and then is with a little bit of TSN.
That's his. Facebook is his. He'll go on TSN if they want him to, but he won't sign a contract with them, which is smart. That's because then you're not limited. Like there's a lot of like in Sportsnet, they're like, oh, don't say this because.
Also, I totally forgot that Artemi Panarin and Patrick Kane used to play with each other, dude.
You forgot about that?
I forgot about that. Yo, Mez
Oh.
Pie, welcome. Thank you for joining one of the biggest, the boys. Fuck yeah. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel, my man. Very much
Nice.
appreciated there, brother. Fucking hey, thank you very much, my man. Very much appreciated, bro. Welcome to the biggest of the boys clubs.
Yeah.
Fucking, I think you're the first member being part of that big boy club. Welcome in, my man.
Oh, Detroit Red Wings sign Alex Chase on.
They try. Oh wow. Oh, they signed Alex Chase on.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was playing at an AHL.
Oh, hang on. Looks like we got the trade here. Klingberg going to the Wild. They are sending a fourth round pick in 2025. Andre Susser and the rights to Nestorenko.
Rights to Nestorenko. That's got to be the biggest part of the deal there.
Gotta be. What the fuck
And
is that guy?
are they taking the full cap hit?
Retained
it. Oh, okay. There is retained.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Who the heck?
Eric
I don't know.
Nestorenko. No, that's an old guy. Who is this guy? Nikita Nestorenko was drafted in the 6th round.
Sixth round.
Has 30 points in 32 games in Boston College right now.
Oh, that's good. Those are good numbers for Boston College.
Yeah, but
that.
that's kind of a weird one.
They got to be really high on this guy. Nestorenko. Is he under contract? No. Oh my gosh.
This first year of his contract.
6 foot. Yeah.
This year had high hopes. When did he become a?
How old is he? 21. He's an overager. Yeah, that's a wing and a prayer player there. Getting 30 points in 32 games at 21 in the NCAA is not spectacular.
Maybe just because like the
So-
value for Klingberg is just so fucking low that they just got rid of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very low. He didn't really.
Sometime last week.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna be about it for this shit. Cause
Looks like it.
It looks like there's going to be nothing else to be talked about.
Yeah, I can go. I guess I'll go do some more capping here and then.
Obviously, that won't be.
I thought there would be a late deal here for sure, but
No, the late deal we got was the John Klingberg for our fourth Suster and a prospect from fucking goddamn NCAA from the 6th round, Nestorenko. Oh man,
yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's a pretty weak return for a guy you paid $7 million to do sweet fuck all for. That's a very expensive, like.
we were saying, me and you were
Mid-level.
saying like, oh, you know, fucking, this guy will be, you know, it'll work out really well for them, you know, fucking. They'll be able to
Put up some points.
be able to
and
put up
build
some
a-
points. They'll be able to get like maybe a 1st or 2nd round pick back in, and 4th and a 6th basically is all you get for him and Andre Suster.
Schuster is like useless. This is like, might as well not get anybody.
Fucking
What's the point of getting Schuster?
stellar, dude.
Yeah, they'll play him because they'll play him probably in the NHL though, because he's super big, and they just got him to protect the stars, to make like just beat on people that even come close to Zegras and stuff to make sure they're not injured till the end of the year. That's why they got him, because that's all he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's absolutely horrible defenseman. He's not even a good AHL defenseman. All right. Well, I guess
That's it for me, guys. I will be live probably sometime next week. I don't know exactly when I'll be live next. Probably around Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. Maybe Tuesday. I do have Tuesday off, so I'll probably be live on Tuesday sometime. I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. It was a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you for Messed Pie for becoming a member. Very much appreciated, my man. That's awesome. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the squad. I'll definitely be live once again here very soon. So thank you very much.